Millions of people around the world watched as the official notice of Prince George's birth was posted outside Buckingham Palace last week. Few, though, knew the story of Badr Azim, the palace footman seen here on the right, who had risen from an orphanage school in the back streets of Kolkata in India via university in Scotland to work for Britain's royal household. But just days after his moment of fame, Badr Azim was back in India after his employment ended and he was told his visa would not be renewed. The tale has put the spotlight on the British visa system. Pledging to crack down on immigration, the government introduced restrictions last year that only allow students to stay in Britain if they find a job that's sponsored or they earn enough money. Among the lucky ones was Indian student Arjun Sath, who found a job after graduating from business school.
Everyone pretty much underestimated the reluctance to sponsor a graduate. And essentially people didn't expect that it would be that difficult.
On a visit to New Delhi last year, London Mayor Boris Johnson criticised the restrictions.
We need to make sure that the visa system is not a deterrent to international students, and insofar as we're adding these extra stipulations like the need to have a salary up to a certain amount before you're allowed to stay on, I think we need to be very careful that we're not doing stuff that actively deters foreign students.
The British government said the restrictions are needed to prevent abuse of the student visa system. But many British businesses criticise the changes. Universities estimate that fees from foreign students are worth $3.8 billion. Nicola Dandridge, chief executive of Universities UK, says Britain as a whole loses out.
These are highly skilled people, many of whom we would like to stay in this country and do highly skilled jobs. So there is this question of us losing talent in the UK, which we can ill afford to do.
Meanwhile, Britain is planning a pilot programme to force visitors from 6 countries, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nigeria and Ghana, to pay a $4,500 visa bond. In a statement, the government said, in the long run, we're interested in a system of bonds that deters overstaying and recovers costs if a foreign national has used our public services. India has called the measure a retrograde step. Henry Ridgwell for VOA News, London.